And we're rolling. And we're back with another episode of B-Scar TV. Beej and Deej, come on.
We back. It's settling in. The name's fine. We're just going to have to keep it with Deej and Deej.
It's locked in. It's locked in. Beej and Deej, we're back with another week. And the Cincinnati Bengals are 3-3.
We are.
Back to even, baby. We'll clap it up for that.
Clap it up for that.
Back to even.
There we
Back
go.
to even. The boys are playing some good football and really a hell of a game. Came down to two huge defensive stops at the end of the game to get the victory. And you almost got that sack, Deej.
Yeah, we're still working on that. You know, that's to be continued. But you know, the guys came out to play. Really good team. Seattle's a really good team, man. Really good squad. I think they were 3-1. They were, you know, hot coming into the jungle, but you got to defend home turf, man. That's just how it goes. We have to defend home turf. Got a dub, got back to even, got the bye right now, and we're still, that sack is still to be determined, still under investigation as we look at it.
Have you filed an appeal for that sack? Because it looked like a half to be. It looked like you were on the shins of Gino.
That's what I'm saying, man. It looked like I felt like I got to the leg first, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. I've failed at appeals before. You know, obviously the nature of the position of the nose guard. I failed at appeals a couple times, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
How does the appeal process work?
They ask for a lot, bro. They really ask for a lot. Like you got to find the play, the time in the quarter that it happened. Then you got to send it in. Then you wait, and there's no, like, they determine whether it is or not. Like, I don't know who it is. I don't know how they just get to sit there and watch it. They determine. Like, last year, I appealed one last year I'm still pretty pissed about. Let's see if this makes sense to you.
Does your agent send it in when you say send it in?
No, you send it in with the team. Like, the guy who has this, you know how, like, after the games, there's always that one person who, like, hands you, like, the stats.
Right.
Immediately, like, you can get the piece of paper stats. Usually give it to that person. Like, that person usually handles that type of stuff. They're usually in communication with people at the league office who do all that. There was one last year, bro, and we got a sack. I guess Logan got the sack. They gave it to Logan. But I got the forced fumble. And so, in my head, I was like, how is it that I forced fumble but get no part of the sack?
But I didn't get the sack.
Don't get any part of the sack. It doesn't make any sense, logically. And that was my whole argument. I was like, I don't get anything. They were like, well, all you did was knock the ball out. I was like, therefore, as soon as I do that, it becomes a tackle. Therefore, it becomes a sack. Are you not seeing what I'm saying here? They're like, well, he was going to get tackled anyway. I was like, you don't know what was going to happen if he still had that ball to say it.
Yes.
But once I knocked it out, it's over.
Agreed. I think because you're a defensive lineman, Logan Wilson's inside linebacker, they should have, if it was close to the draw should go to the D lineman who's getting paid off them sacks.
That's a fact, but they don't care about us. So it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Speaking of just guys out there blazing this year, Tyreek Hill
is going crazy.
Is going stupid. He's on the brink or on track to break Megatron's record. Calvin Johnson, 814 yards through 6 games. That's 42 receptions and 6 touchdowns. Megatron's receiving yards, that is currently the NFL record, is 1,964 yards. On 122 receptions and 5 touchdowns.
16 games, though, right?
16 games. The Tyreek will need to average 104.6 yards per game over his final 11 games to break the record. He's on pace for 2,300.
I think he'll break the record. We got 17 games. Like, they're going to need him. I think he'll break it. Long barring he stays healthy, man. I mean, the first time I saw him in person, I was like, man, this dude's fast. You talk about, like, fast, Like, there's some fast guys out there. You've played with some fast people. I've played with some fast people. But he's moving at a different speed out there than guys. And I don't think it's just like pure, like, oh, he's fast. I think it's acceleration, quickness. He's strong. Like, he's not like soft cuts. Like, dude's a machine out there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see. I mean, shit. I mean, we saw what he did in KC. He's not lost a step, moved to Miami. It's warm out there, so his muscles probably always loose. He out there blazing, going crazy. Doing black backflips with the camera. That was fire, by the way. One of the best celebrations I've seen. That was pretty cool. I wish I could do something like that,
man. Yeah. That would be to see you do a backflip in the end zone. That would
viral. Breaking the net for sure. Breaking the net.
Yes.
I might try it. All right, if I score this year, I'm gonna try the backflip.
I would love to see that, man. And Tyreek's celebration, he accidentally hit the volume button. So it ended the video before he could complete his flip.
Oh.
But how they've been showing it on TV is that halfway through the flip, like right before he hits the volume button, the camera's looking directly into his face. And it's like a frozen face, like like mid backflip. And then he clicked it and it was over with. But legendary celebration, and allegedly it was not planned. He said he just saw the guy, cell phone, grabbed it, boom, did the flip.
I mean, I know you were a premium athlete, but were you ever athletic enough to go for a 40, 50-yard bomb, whatever it is, run across the end zone, grab a phone from somebody, then with one hand do a backflip, record this, give it back to him? I mean, did you have it in your bag?
No. Not only did I not have the 40, 50-yard touchdown in my bag, but I don't have the backflip in my bag either. Just like they're mutually exclusive, much less doing them all together. I can't do a backflip. Tyreek Hill is just a different athlete. He's changing the game of football, playing against him, playing with him. I mean, it's just been a spectacle to see. And the rumor has it that one of the reasons that Tyreek Hill is so impactful, he's so good, is because he doesn't wear socks when he performs. He's performing out there in bare feet. And I'm going to be honest, man, I saw it in Miami during my time when he came to the team. I peeped that, like, this guy is not wearing socks. He's going crazy on Sundays. He at every practice dominating. So I started not wearing socks. Didn't have the same effect. All that happened with me in my size 15 dogs in my training shoes is that the shoes became unwearable. Still, I had to toss them. They smelled terrible. I don't know how Tyreek can continue to run 22 miles per hour in some cleats, in some shoes, and not be wearing socks. It's crazy.
Dude, hey, I
don't get it.
I love how you saw it. Hey, that's what we talk about all the time, how like greatness can inspire you. You saw that and you were like, there's got to be something to it. Let's see if it's going to go. Let's see if it works. I've done it a couple times in training. I've trained a couple times with no socks. I don't, like you said, maybe we sweat more than him because all that's happened is my shoes have become so to the point where I'm like, well, where can I put these? Like, I can't. I don't want to be near these. You know what I'm saying?
Get these out of my space.
Yeah, get these out of like anywhere near me to smell all that. Like, I can't. And I got this like fear, this mental thing with football. Like, you know, I love ball, but I can't go out there without like socks or like no gloves. I'm not one of those people. I feel like if you touch like me skin on skin with no buffer in between, it hurts so much worse. Like if you step on my foot and I didn't have socks on, if I like was raw dog in my shoes and you stepped on my foot, I feel like that would be the worst pain ever. And playing inside, that happens all the time. But it might not be different. But I've never done it in a full practice, just kind of like in training. In Houston, I might have had a couple days where I went with the Under Armour, thought I was like a speed guy. It felt like it looked cool. Probably didn't look that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, playing football without gloves hurts your hands so much more than playing with gloves.
I do raw dog my pants though.
No undergarments.
Nah, back to the basics, bro. No undergarments, just the long socks.
Nice.
Exactly. Look, I feel like you're freer. You're way more free, man. Way more free.
I'm a raw dog under my pants as well. I was doing that. There was a time where I was doing I was jock strapping for a little bit.
That's a weird feeling, right?
Early on in my career.
It's a weird feeling, right?
In college, very
at the beginning, when you first put it on, it's strange.
Yeah. As you're putting it on, the process to put on the jock strap is like, all right, this feels weird. I don't want anybody to see me put a jock strap on. Just that feeling it's like kind of vulnerable, but
it's super vulnerable. It's
embarrassing at the same time.
Vulnerable as possible. You're like,
it's weird. It's weird. And I'm about to go play like the most violent of sports. And like for some reason, this feels vulnerable for me, you know?
And then you got to make sure it's like even both sides. Like that,
you got to adjust the butt cheeks.
But once you're in, amazing.
Oh yeah, we're going. We're going.
Amazing.
The first guy I saw play go raw dog under the football pants, Jonathan Joseph. And I asked him, I was like, damn, bro, you don't wear nothing underneath? He said, nah, man. I'm trying to be out there play free. I want nothing else. And I was like, bet, I'm going to do that.
JJ used to wear that super loose jersey, too, right? You remember he always, like, adjust his shoulders in the jersey.
Yeah, he always going like that.
Always, right before the play, put your grab his, I'm like, get in the stands. I'm like, man, look at Joe out there. He got the quarterback arm sleeves on his jersey. Living.
Yeah. J. Joe.
Hey, man, take away from your OGs. Learn something.
You got to, man. You got to take inspiration, and that's how you get better. Are there any superstitions that you have when it comes to game prep, other than raw dogging underneath the pants? Do you have any other game day superstitions that you have to do in order to perform at the level that Grave Dave has to perform at?
I always listen to the same song when I walk around. I put 4 crosses in each part of the end zone when I walk around the field on the first lap around. I pray in the shower. You know, every team doesn't do like the big group prayer, but I always make sure I get mine in, whether it's with the group or not. And the last one, I don't know, it's kind of conceited because I listen to Go DJ before every song right after the prayer in the shower. Then I'm good, bro. After that, I'm straight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Do my warm up, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nothing crazy. I don't like geek out. But I'm not one of those people that feel like if I fail to do one, that I'm not prepared.
Mm.
But I do it. Are you? Do you have like a superstition on what you do?
Yep. The morning before the game, I got to take a shower in the hotel. I don't like to get to the stadium and then shower. I want to shower in the hotel, and I always listen to Exchange by Bryson Tiller. Been doing it since college, man.
That's an interesting song. That's an interesting song. Exchange, Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, it always got me going in the morning.
Okay.
I'm a big
on game day?
On game day, bro. Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Yeah. First song I listened to, Exchange by Bryson Tiller.
Hey, bro.
Ever since my Stanford days, which I think that's when that
album
dropped. Did
you have some beef with some females or something, like in life, over life?
Nah, bro. I'm an R&B man to my core. I love to sing. Like, I'm a slow jams guy leading up to the game. You know, most of game day, I'm trying to just kind of take it slow. But Exchange will kind of get me going. I can sing along in the shower.
I feel that.
That's one. That's
I respect
one.
that. I respect
I
that.
always pregame. I like to take a lap around the field. Then I do my little warm up, and to finish my warm up, I play basketball in the end zone, and I'll have like one of the equipment guys throw me the ball in the end zone, and I like to go up and do one-handed catches. So I basically like act like I got the rock, and I'll have the football in my hand, and I'll pass it to the equipment guy, and then I'll take like be like a give and go, and then I go towards the end line, have him throw it up there, grab it, and that's like my dunk. So I've been doing that for the last couple of years.
I like that. I like that one. When I was in Houston, I did used to play baseball with B-Mac and them. That one used to be fun. That was a good one. We used to play baseball with the the pylon. We used to have the pylon, play baseball. B-Mac would always be the hitter, and I'd always be the pitcher. Dunny would play be catcher. I'll just be sitting there striking B-Mac ass out, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing as I always does.
I never played that game with y'all.
Why didn't you want to play with us, bro?
I never got invited to play.
It's a free game, man. You could have stepped in at any time.
Bro. Nah, y'all had a little clique. Y'all had like the baseball crew. You feel like you had to get invited.
First of all, B-Mac knew nothing about the sport. Nothing. He was just over there, just learning, just out there playing, just swinging the bat. You could have been out there, man. You could have been the next hitter. Or you could have played first base for me. We always struggled to find somebody to play first.
Nah, B-Mac wouldn't have fucked with me. He'd have talked some shit. Told me to go away. Also, around the league, there's some beefs going on.
There's always beef.
Jeudy and Steve Smith Sr. had some words to exchange during pregame. Looked like Jeudy was coming over. He's walking by the sideline, talking some shit. You know, back to the shit talking theme of last week. He was talking some shit to Steve Smith. And Steve Smith came on camera and basically said that Jeudy was an average receiver and he'll likely get traded away. And whenever teams call Steve Smith for advice or guidance on whether or not they should trade for Jeudy, Steve Smith was like, I'm going to tell them that you absolutely should not trade for this guy. And it brings up this theme of former players being not that removed from the game and current players having some beef, and how this is a little bit different than the past of historically having older commentators or people who have been more removed from the game, and it didn't seem as personal. But now that exchange felt pretty personal.
You know, I think it's like interesting. Steve Smith's like he's a guy with the good opinion. He's who he is, man. He's a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? A legend forever, just a dog. But I think he had said something on his podcast and kind of said similar to what he said, but he was coming out. He said he was coming out there to address Jeudy and kind of apologize. You know, he hadn't really given him a chance, just kind of saying things more so for motivational purposes. Like, you know, your first round guy, you got to go out here and do this and the third. Now, he probably didn't say it in the right way, but when he went to say it to Jeudy wasn't trying to hear that. And you can't really, I guess once you say something about somebody, you can't tell somebody else how they can react to it. So, I mean, Jeudy did what he had to do, and then Steve Smith, he's one of those people who's going to stand on business. And I don't think it was definitely necessarily personal. I think that's just truly how he feels. Like, he's watching what's going on, and he's always been one of those people that kind of voice how he felt about a lot of situations. That's honestly how he feels. And shit, Jeudy, I mean, I think it's interesting. How do you respond if you're Jeudy? Steve Smith, obviously, this is what was that, Thursday Night Football?
Yeah.
Look, that's one of the biggest. He did that on one of the biggest platforms in the world. Like, how do you respond if you're Jeudy? Like, if you say something crazy, you look like a hater.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? How also do you protect yourself, the player? You working your ass off. You're out there doing your job. And now you've reacted a certain way. So now, it's a tough situation. I don't think it's a win-win, but I do not like that the personal feuds that we get that older players or whatever happens get into, because it always ends up bad for both guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't help. It doesn't help anyone. And I imagine, the frustrations of Jerry Jeudy probably extend beyond just the words from Steve Smith. They're not
100%.
doing the best as an organization, as a team this season. So, it's easier to take criticism more personal, um, when you're not having the best season personally or as a team. But at the same time, to your point, Steve Smith is speaking his mind, and saying what he feels is true. And so, how do you balance between that man just doing his job versus him talking shit about me? I'm
Yeah,
curious for you, how do you handle media's criticism, fans' criticism? Is that something that you pay attention to, or do you
I
kind of
think
just slough it off?
I think I'm pretty solid as long as like it doesn't just go too far. I mean, I can't really care too much, but like I'm straight as long as it doesn't go too far. I don't like when disrespectful things are said, like or where I feel like personal jabs. Like if you're talking truly and you just truly critiquing my game, or maybe you do think I'm trash. I have a hard time thinking that people actually think I'm trash. So when I see like a comment like that, that's like hard to be like, oh, well, he's the weak link or this and the third. I'm like, damn, like no way. No way you watching me and think like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're like, oh, DJ should have made that play this. I can take those type of criticism because shit.
Right.
I'm used to getting coached. But disrespectful things, those aren't, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear those. And I don't think I respond to them too much. Just kind of it's a hard thing because media people are just doing their job. But that's what I don't like. When it's wishy washy and disrespectful, I no longer have respect for you, the media person. I can't go back and forth with you. We can't have conversation. We're not friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if you're just doing your job, I got nothing but respect for that. You got to write your job sometimes. And that's just how it's going to be.
Right. We don't got to be best friends, though.
Yeah, no. I
You
mean,
could
and
do
even
your
if it's
job, and we
tough
don't got to
rights,
be
like
best friends.
if I was looking like dog shit, like all right, that's cool. Tough rights are fine. Like don't just be out here talking crazy and nothing happened.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
feel that. I feel that for sure. Shifting gears to college.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on in college sports. One headline was Iowa women's basketball played
Yeah.
in their football stadium and set an attendance record. And this follows actually relatively closely to Nebraska's women's volleyball team playing in the stadium and then setting the attendance record for, I think, any woman sport played in college of any time. It was like a crazy record. And now I was
Mm.
just done the same thing with women's basketball. So cool to see with packing out that stadium and Caitlin Clark, who obviously she was getting a lot of headlines last year. It seems like Iowa is building off that hype, and the Hawkeyes are ready to see some women's basketball, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome, man, to get out there and play in front of 55,000, man. So what, Caitlin Clark triple double in front of 55K. The girl's serious. I mean, this is an awesome experience, I'm sure, for not only like the players, but the community. It's really cool. It looked cold as hell out there, though. I will say that. So a bunch of people with like what we call them toboggans. I know you probably call it a beanie. Um,
Yeah,
they had
beanies.
those on.
Yeah.
But they also did got to do the wave. Iowa has this cool tradition where they wave to the children's hospital. So I know that was super cool. I'm sure for the girls and the fans to be able to wave to the kids at the children's hospital during the game. That's a really cool experience. So that's awesome, man. We need to see more games like that. Honestly, I feel like more fans would go if you had more things like that going on. I feel like fans definitely pull up.
Yeah. Yeah, an interesting point around the weather being a potential issue, especially with basketball starting to get cold. This is probably like the
Yeah.
latest you could possibly play that game in Iowa. Once you get beyond Halloween, I mean, those girls would have been out there freezing.
Yeah,
I
and then it
mean,
like rain randomly in Iowa too. Like, what? Imagine like being out there, you running down the court, all of a sudden a downpour.
oh yeah, yeah, it's over with. It's over with.
Game's
But
over.
I do think it's cool though to start to some of these other sports that don't have the same type of attendance or get the same type of attention, being able to leverage, social media and school spirit and this football stadium that holds 50,000, 70,000
Yeah.
people, and bringing it all together to start to highlight not just these sports and the beauty of these different sports, but also these different student athletes that don't play football or men's basketball. So I love to
100%.
see the trend. I hope it continues.
Man, 100%, man. I think it's those type of things will always be supported. Like, think about people just gonna go to football. They want to go in the stadium. Like, you have any event at the football stadium, people are gonna go. So I think that's really cool. I think it's really awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of awesome, Stan you, baby.
Yes, sir.
Stan you.
Hey, don't want to hate on Colorado, but hey, Stamp, look at the boys.
Clap it up.
Get another
Stan
clap for
you,
Stan U,
Cardinal.
man. Hey, good game. Good exciting college football, man. That's what it's all
Just,
about.
I'm gonna be honest, man. It was 29-0 at halftime.
And you
And
probably hate me.
it was late on this side. It was a 10 o'clock Eastern kickoff. It was late. I had training the next morning. I went to sleep, man. I ain't gonna lie. I went to sleep at 29-0. And I kid you not,
You're a fair weather fan, bro.
when I woke up and I touched my Instagram timeline, I said, these boys, I'm seeing highlights. I didn't even see the score. I'm just seeing like celebratory highlights coming from Stanford football handle.
Social media, yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? Did we win? I went to the ESPN, see we win. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Stanford is back.
Man, I don't know if I would say back because you were just hating last week. You're a fair weather fan. I want all of the Stanford people. He is a fair weather fan. He just told you it was 29-0, and he was like, he would have been one of those people that walked out of the stadium. He's like, oh, I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe you, bro.
I was tired, bro. I was tired, man. These late games, this Pac-12
it's
after
prime
dark.
Time Stanford versus prime, man.
It's tough, man.
And
but
what a game. What a game. Receiver record broken. My boy Troy was hurt. Let's talk. We got, Troy coaches out here with us. And he had that record, broke his record, single game record. It's pretty crazy. Troy Walters.
Troy who?
Troy Walters. He's a receivers coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. But Troy's like, he's got all the other records. So what I'm saying, that's just one of his records. He's snapping up all of them. But
yeah,
it's pretty crazy. Kid went off.
Alec,
295. 295 is crazy. With 3 tutties?
Pretty much all in the second half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pretty much all in the second. Like, bro, I got 295. 290. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
I mean, that dude was balling. Alec was balling.
With a top 10 pick guard.
That's the thing. He did that with Travis Hunter on him.
Like, and it's not like Travis played a bad game. Like, kid was just out there making plays. Kid was out there just making plays, dude.
I do think that Colorado should have made a coaching change, because you have Travis Hunter come back after 4 weeks off, coming off a lacerated liver, where he probably for at least 2-3 weeks, he was like told to, you had to be careful how much he's working out, how much he's training, moderating how much he's sweating or heart rate. I don't know what goes into like rehab from a lacerated liver, but I imagine he wasn't able to really stay in this type of shape that he'd need to be in to come back and play both ways and play 100+ plays. By the second half, I mean, I imagine dude was gassed. And Alec
had to be. I think he probably should have just played either defense or whatever they wanted to play offense. But I feel like you said, playing 100 plays coming off that is a lot. Like,
it's a lot, bro.
And you're in the best shape of your life in college. Don't get me wrong. I will say you're in the best shape you're ever going to be in. But that's just a lot to be doing.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Stan U, man.
Shout out to Stan U, man.
We're
hey,
back.
they didn't have to look at the shit. And then they all pulled the Shador on them afterwards. They all put everybody. I just love how he does it. It's the best. Like, you see
my
it.
dog, former Scarlett creative intern, Alakai Gilman, safety closes out the game, number 33 in the end zone pick.
Ooh.
Held up the watch. Come on.
Throw it up.
I was juiced. I was juiced to see that.
I love to see it, man. Love to see it. I'm telling you, I love that energy. That's the energy.
Yeah.
That football needs. That's the good football energy, man. That's the energy you miss in college.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool because I got to know Alakai also, and his brother plays for the Chargers. He's a safety for the Chargers. Elodie Gilman, I believe his name is. And Alakai, I seen his social, and he reposted his brother, who was like watching the game the night before, and somebody was recording him, and he was juiced up. Well, Alakai got that pick. He was, they didn't have the volume, but I'm sure a whole bunch of chee-hoos was going on, and he was up. He was going like this, and it was cool, man. A cool moment to just see how proud he was as a brother. Reminded me of when I used to watch Cameron do his thing. When I was watching Saturday nights before the game, watch Cameron do his thing out at.
You used to be juiced up. You used
to
be locked in on your phone.
Oh man,
locked in on your phone, like a proud dad, like just sitting there, like, come on, little bro.
Let's go.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. Just say, hey, bro. You need that. That's what this sport's all about, bro. You need that type of love and passion, and like that. Just care. Just show how much you care for your brother and your loved one. I couldn't imagine. I don't have a brother that played in the league or anything or just in college, but that's got to be special. Watching somebody that you truly like, sandbox in the house, we together. Like this is us grinded with forever, just to live out their dream. This is the best thing in the world,
man. It's a beautiful thing.
And they're fucking making plays. Just making plays in big time games. I know he was. I know he was juiced.
Let's get you going.
I'd have yelled so loud, dude, in the hotel. I'd have went crazy.
Yeah, man. Good times. Good times. Well, happy for Alakai. Happy for the Stanford Cardinal. We'll keep it going. Clemson's got Miami coming up. Primetime matchup.
Yeah, man. The Z you just added in there. We don't Clemson. You like Clemson. We don't like the Clemson.
I thought it was Clemson.
No, that's not it.
Not Clemson?
No, Clemson. Yeah, there you
Clemson?
go. Yeah, there you go. No, that's acceptable.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought the S gave a Z.
No, it's not a Z. It's not the Zun. We don't like the. Yeah.
Hey, this is news to me.
I'm just letting you know. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
This is news to me.
We got Miami. Where's the game at? Is it in the Valley or is it in Miami? Either way, it's a home game for us. Man, we run that stadium. We run our stadium. It is what it is. Home game for Clemson. We about to catch a dub.
It's in Miami.
Who cares? That's our stadium too. All of it. We're gonna run it. The boys are feeling good. They're gonna get it done. Dabo's gonna get this thing rolling. Miami's out here not making the best decisions as a staff, as players. They don't know how to take knees on when they got the game won. So they make one of those mistakes against us. We're gonna make a pay just like Georgia Tech did when we go out to get a dub. I got the guys winning. No, I hope we don't have to pay him back to this next week. And
we're paying it back.
I hope this isn't clipped up next week. Like, ooh.
Hey, we are keeping receipts.
So, boys, if you see this week, just let me know. I'm 10 toes down on y'all. I'm standing on business.
Come on.
About Clemson. Standing on business about my guys.
Can't wait to see Clemson.
There you go.
This weekend.
Don't play with us, man.
Clemson. You almost have to say it more gently than Clemson. You got Clemson.
This sounds proper, right?
Yeah, it does. It definitely sounds British. Clemson.
Like you're from the ends, bro.
Clemson. Changing gears. Reebok.
Reebok.
Reebok is back in the headlines. And they have just named Shaquille O'Neal, aka Shaq, aka the Diesel, as their president of basketball. And they've also named Allen Iverson, aka AI, aka the Answer, as their vice president of basketball. And furthermore, they just named Angel Reese as their first athlete signed as president and vice president of basketball.
Went crazy. I loved it.
Crazy.
I think it's amazing signing. What do we call it? The problem? What is she? What the problem? The equation? She could be the lady. I guess you could say the princess, but she's gonna grow up at some point. There's a couple of
You're saying like she's the problem and AI is the answer?
Yeah.
Let's go. She's the question?
There's already, I think isn't the question like one of the shoes already? See, there you go.
I think the AI shoes was the question.
Yeah, that's why I was like, she's the I don't know what she's gonna be.
Right.
But
yeah,
she's really dope, man. I think that's a really, really good signing. The girls, she's an amazing player. And Shaq and them doing their thing. It's good to see guys who played, man, who are real close to the game, getting those type of positions right now to be able to, transcend these new brands and try to help these guys rebuild. Because I mean, I remember when we were growing up, one brand didn't just run sports. Kind of how like it's been probably the last like 15 years. It's kind of seen, you know what I'm saying? One or two brands. Like when we were younger, everybody was wearing different stuff. Like it was what you liked. There was different. Yeah. Everybody had their own market, and it kind of dominated in that way. It was what you liked, and it was a good time. I think it needs to get back to that. I think it's a big piece of pie, and people need to be more creative. I think this will start and help, and these type of things help with creativity of these brands.
Yeah, 100%. And I love the move by Reebok, showing the commitment to the athlete and to the sport. One with Shaq, his experience and success in building his own personal brand, his experience and success in building brand partnerships and helping to integrate and create value for brands that he's working with. You look at Papa John's, his Icy Hot, he's got Carnival Cruises. He's worked with so many different brands, and in each one, every time it's felt organic. When you see Shaq in a commercial, it's cool to just see everything that he's doing. So to be able for Reebok to lean not only on Shaq as the image, as the brand, as the face, but lean on his expertise and his knowledge, I think just shows another level of commitment that I hope to see more brands do. And then to bring Allen Iverson, who like completely changed the culture of basketball and the culture of sport when he was playing, and streetwear and hip hop and all of these kind of cultures that were bubbling all became kind of converged when AI came out with the cornrows and the headband and the armband and the tats and the big jersey. Like it all came to a convergence when he came to light. So like all of that, to then be able to lean on these two guys who not only clearly been brands and been able to breed success, but they've lived it, man. They've lived it. So shout out to Reebok.
Man, hey, man, Reebok doing their thing. Shout out to them. Congrats to Shaq and congrats to AI, man. And Angel Wilson. Not Angel Wilson. Messed up her name. Sorry.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
The problem.
Reese, the problem.
The problem child.
The problem child. She's going to go crazy. Big fan.
I think We're going to start seeing a lot of competition in the brands, to your point.
I think that team
Healthy
she's
competition.
loaded too. She's on a loaded LSU team. That they got stars over there. Like I don't even know how you beat them. I don't know how you beat them. So you're going to see a lot of Reba there. How is it? That's interesting. How does that work when you are obviously LSU's a Nike school?
Maybe she wears. I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder if she wears Reebok.
Reebok, does she going to get to wear Reebok sneakers?
I think you could wear any shoe that you want, or no?
College?
That's a good question. I do not know the answer to that.
I do not know. I don't, because that's a big thing. I feel like shoes are the biggest thing when it comes to uniform endorsement as a college. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, but every other person who's signed to a sports brand is what's his name? Is that school, like all the other ones, I think those schools that they go to are supported by that brand.
Yep.
So it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. Well, I just saw an example of that. I just saw at the Adidas headquarters, which is here in Portland. They had the quarterback, Penix, and the receiver, Romeo something or other. They basically have a big banner of the two of them welcoming them to the Adidas family. But Washington is already an Adidas school.
Yeah.
So it made sense, so they
handpicked
those two guys. They're now influencers sponsored by Adidas directly, but they're already wearing Adidas gear.
100%. Like even I think there's a girl who plays at USC maybe. I think she's a Nike athlete, but USC's already a Nike school, and she was in high school and everything. I think I would have been interested, which there's a crazy ordeal going on with that Mikey kid. He was a Puma, the first guy signed with Puma. So him going to school, there's no Puma schools, so that would have been
He's on trial.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Kid with a bright future. Very unfortunate situation. I don't know the full details or anything on that story, but
yeah,
I think it was just kind of reckless. I think it's reckless firing of a gun, kind of type situation. Yeah, but it's just sad, man. It's sad, but prayers up to him. Hopefully that situation calms down and he can go continue his future somewhere.
Right. No doubt. Last thing on this Shaq and Allen Iverson deal. I posted this on LinkedIn. I've been trying to become a more consistent LinkedIn poster. I want to be a top voice on LinkedIn at some point. That's one of my goals. And I posted this LinkedIn, and I had like this catchy little thing at the end. It was like, Reebok is trying to battle for market share of the sports apparel business, and some it seems like they may have found the answer. And then in my comments, I had somebody say, one day AI will replace Shaq. And I read this comment completely out of context of the post, and I was thinking that he was saying AI, like artificial intelligence. I thought he was making a joke, like AI is going to replace Shaq. And so I came back to him. It was like, yeah, but will they find a green alternative to the diesel? Playing on the AI, artificial intelligence joke. Then I realized he ain't talking about artificial intelligence. He's talking about Allen Iverson.
Hey, yo.
It's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. We're in a day and age where I see AI and I think of robots before I think of Allen Iverson. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Before you think about the braids, the jerseys, practice.
Thinking about robots, man.
Before you think about practice, we're talking about practice, not the game. Not the game that I love. Practice, man.
Practice. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Hey, I thought you were gonna say something crazy like Reebok is gonna be Bach or something like that. That was
Reebok's gonna be Bach?
Yeah. Yeah.
Reebok will be Bach?
Be Bach.
Damn. Well, that would
Speaking
be
of AI,
perfect
this
if it was an
camera's going
Arnold
crazy over
Schwarzenegger.
here.
If it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger collab, I guess the robot collab. Yeah, Reebok will be Bach. That's funny, bro. That's a good one.
Then we're gonna go look up Arnold Schwarzenegger's gonna be on a commercial. We're gonna know they're listening, bro.
Yeah. Reebok will be Bach. Oh man. All right. Hey. Another piece of this culture segment is there's been a lot of drama around Jada Pinkett Smith and my dog Big Willie Will Smith. And Jada's book is coming out. It's called Worthy. She's doing a press run, some interviews. She's kind of starting to build up some hype around the book. And as she's doing so, has started to release some information regarding her and Will's relationship and some of their issues and kind of airing some dirty laundry in some ways. And Stephen A. Smith came out and said that Will Smith does not deserve what Jada has done to him. What are your thoughts on the Jada and Will situation, Deej?
I mean, I couldn't agree more with what Stephen A. Smith is saying. I mean, I can't tell, I don't know what people do in their relationship, and that is completely their business. I don't think that the public should be into what people are doing in their relationship. But damn, he can't, he's not commenting on it on anything. And so it's just getting more and more information just getting let out there by the source. And it's kind of like weird. And, this is like icon in our eyes, especially, being African American males, one of the best, most iconic actors in my head of our time, just one of the guys who's kind of transcended the game too, in a lot of ways. Very successful, very much someone you would want to look up to, or you would want your child to look up to just get torn down over and over and over. And you never really hear like how he feels about it. He never comments on it. And then there's always more information. Like there's just always more information. That shit's sad. It's emasculating. Like talking about, the whole her and Tupac and this over and over and over. It's always a new headline. It always seems like an attention grab. And it's just for what? For what? Like, what do you need? What I don't understand. Like, what do you need as a person being heard to validate you in any way? Because it's just confusing. Like you're sitting there, you're dragging this man through the mud publicly, and he's saying nothing ever. Like, leave it, give him a rest, give it a rest. Like, come on, man, talk about something else. Talk about something, anything else. Like it's just too much.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I agree. I'm a big Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan. I'm a big Will Smith fan. The slap a couple of years ago kind of threw me off, but I read Will's autobiography called Will. It was a great read, and he dives into the intimacies of his relationship with Jada in that book and some of his ups and downs and how he's really had to find himself to be the right person for Jada, and how a lot of the relationship has been kind of built on a faulty foundation of him being selfish and caring more about himself. So he kind of opens up about some of their problems in their relationship, but I didn't think that he positioned her in a negative light, which I think that's where, like, now as she is about to drop her book, it's been being done a little bit differently in a way that it seems like Will is being negatively portrayed to bring attention to her book. It's like, I don't mind leaking some headlines or strategically like bubbling up some attention for the book so book sales go through the roof. But
100%.
I do think it's like you have to be cognizant, conscientious of how far is too far around like grabbing headlines, because I don't actually mind if she includes that information in the book. I actually think that it's better that she does include the rockiness of the relationship, the ups and downs. Like, give us the real, you know what I mean? Don't paint a pretty picture if it's not a pretty picture and this is your biography. So I get that, but it's like, how are you like painting the picture of your partner for however many years as you're trying to build up the attention and make people read the book? So I think there's a line that you got to dance, and like you got to draw a line on, like, I'm gonna stand on my principle, and like I won't, like this is too far, you know. And I don't know where that line is for Jada.
Dude, I think that whole like tell your truth thing is like kind of a cop out for a lot of people too. Like, it's just like, and not saying that like, but I feel like not saying it's cop out. I think it's a validation to say whatever you feel like is right because that's your opinion, how you feel about this, and like something like sometimes if it's your truth, like just keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay with you keeping the truth. You don't gotta like over and over and over related to this, but like, come on, man. Like to say, even when she came out, she's like, oh well, we haven't called each other husband and wife. So when he said that, this and the third, you're on the red carpet together, you're holding hands, you show up to a award together. That's husband and wife things. Like that is to not need to be commented on.
Right.
Whether y'all don't call each other that or not, like it's not need to be commented on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like one of those, like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Feel that.
Like, so
it's intentionally like, it's dropping little teasers to intentionally bring attention.
Yeah, intentionally. It's almost to bring him down intentionally. Like,
but it can be it can be misconstrued as to no, for sure. I feel that.
Me and Tupac were soulmates. He proposed to me. He did this in the third. Chris Rock, blase, blase. Like these are all people like who aren't like. You're saying you and this guy were soulmates. That's not your husband. And stop bringing it up. Let that man rest. You know, R.I.P. Tupac. Like, let that man rest. And you like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing, man?
Like, your daughter wrote a letter to Tupac. Like, how does she know this man? She wasn't alive.
Did Willow write a letter to Tupac?
How much time have you spent talking about this man to your daughter that she would write a letter to about it? Like, it's whatever, dude. Like, I don't even want to talk about it more. She has went to, like, I was watching a thing today and it talked about, like, she's went for somebody who, as a child, she was like one of, like, she's a star. Like, you know what I'm saying? One of, like, the elite black actresses, like, that we got to watch. She was cool. We saw her and everything. Beautiful woman. And as I've gotten older, there could be no one more unattractive in my life.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, and that's sad. That, you know, that is sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad when things go that way. I just think that's very unfortunate when they go that way. But
yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, it is crazy though. I imagine she has to have a pretty loyal following, you know, and because I think like our perspective as men and as seeing like our icon dragged through the mud gives us a certain negative perception of her. But there are, you know, other folks and you know, supporters of Jada who are locked in and, you know, riding. So,
hey man, hurt people support hurt people and hurt people. So that's just what they do. Crazy's gonna hang out with the crazies. I'm sure it's just a bunch of people that just like her and feel like she's right. And I want you to know, and everybody else watching this to know, her and those people are wrong. So don't think that they're right. Don't ever convince yourself that they are right. They are not. They are not. And if you are unlike those people, you should get as far away as possible from people that are like that. That is my spiel. You should get as far as you can away from those people and let them be with themselves. Let them all, you know, sit there and they need to hang out with each other. Perfect. So they don't taint the rest of us.
A word of advice from Deej. Don't get too close to crazy.
Don't get too close to crazies.
Halloween is coming up. It's right around the corner.
Big fan, big fan.
Before we get out of here, man, let's let the people know top Halloween candies. Go.
Candy corn.
Ugh, what?
A big fan.
Stop. Bro, what?
Rip.
You've eaten some of those?
Eat it every time. What? I mean, all the candy corn, bro.
I've never had a candy corn. I just thought they were
Well, how are you going to say stop it? How are you going to do that? You never had something. Don't be that guy.
They're decor. That's Halloween decorations.
No,
you don't actually eat that.
Yes, I do. It tease me. I get strong off. I'm just playing. I love the candy corn, though, bro. I'm a big fan. My dad always ate it. I like it. And you know what's crazy is I might be a little crazy. Because I eat it by like sections. I eat the candy corn by like sections. I eat like the bottom piece of the candy corn, then like, because it's different colors, so it's different flavors.
So you nibble at it.
Yeah, I eat it like I'm a little rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Caroline, look, they are different flavors. The white
Does each section taste different?
I think so. The orange and then the white piece and then like man, candy corn's fire. Fire. I'm the fun size Snickers.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Sour Patch Kids. I'm a big fan of the Reese's. This is something somebody put me on back in the day. The Reese's, like, they have like the themes. So right now we're about to have like the pumpkins. It's Halloween. Like you'll have the Christmas trees. It's Christmas. All those. I'm a big fan of the houses that have the theme, like Reese's cups.
Yes.
What about you? What are some of your favorites?
At the top, I'm also go Reese's. But the miniature cups specifically, the little individually wrapped little miniature cups.
So fast.
And there are some of those cups that I've had that are white chocolate. And that is number one. White chocolate for me is delicious. And that's at the top of any candy list for me. I'm just a chocolate guy in general. So at the top will be Reese's. Then I'll go like the little brown M&M bags that probably have like 8 to 10 M&Ms per bag. I like those. My favorite candy period is caramellos. But caramellos, you don't really get those on Halloween. That's like, unless you go to the more affluent neighborhoods, you might get something.
Yeah, you might. Hey, you find one of those. That place is rich. You go in there every year, gonna hit that spot.
Another Halloween snack or peanut butter brownies.
So, the worst candies. What are your worst candies? What are some of your worst candies?
I mean, probably candy corn, bro.
You don't even know. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that on our show right now. You don't know. You've never tried it.
Bro,
don't say that.
I'm not going to try the candy that everyone uses for decoration on their living room tables and in vases. They put candy corn in vases. That's how I know it's not good.
People also put Starburst in vases.
No, they don't. For people to eat.
Yeah, they put like wrapped Starburst in there.
The candy corn goes in a type of vase that you're not supposed to put your hand in and touch.
Dude, no, bro. You just gotta try, bro. It's like jelly beans. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta try. It's
gross. Jelly beans are gross too.
Jelly beans are not. Oh my god.
Jelly beans are gross. Raisins.
Raisins. I'm not a fan of raisins.
Those are terrible. Oh, the spookies are upon us.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait to scare my son. I need to start decorating the house.
What's Rocky gonna be for Halloween?
He's trying to decide between Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Whichever one he is, I'll be the opposite.
He gets to choose?
Yeah, he gets to choose. He gets to pick.
He likes Transformers?
Loves. There's just an obsession. He is very obsessed with everything that he likes. It is not just a like. It is an obsession. He is that type of personality. He loves going Batman, so he might be Batman too.
Well, we'll tap in next week to see what Rocky decides to be, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, or Batman.
We'll be back, and we're gonna beat the bye. We're gonna get good rest this week. Beat the bye. Can't lose to the bye, man. Praying all our young guys are smart and make smart choices, man. Jesus, please, just get back. We'll be all right. But Rock coming down this weekend. Might hit some Kings Island.
Let's go.
Get it popping. I don't think I can fit on any of the rods though, so I really hope that I can, or else I'm gonna be sad. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this week. I'll let you know what's going on next week, man.
All right. Enjoy the bye. Don't lose to the bye. Get you some rest, man. Loosen up a little bit. Have a couple cocktails, huh?
A little something, nothing crazy.
A little something, nothing crazy, but some, kick your feet up.
Oh, we got rookie night tonight, man. Can't wait. What Bar Scott say? Can't wait. Rookie night. It's gonna be a good time. Good time tonight, man.
Taxing them?
Huh?
Are you gonna tax them?
Yeah, we got first rounder, man. We got
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good money.
Yes,
good
sir.
Money in the room. Good money. And he's a Clemson guy. Good money in the room, man.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Deej, I appreciate you coming on the show, brother.
For sure, brother. See you, man.
It's always a pleasure. All right, y'all. Till next time.